The Great Widow Rebellion is upon us.
They weren't actually super aggressive until after World War II.
Everyone was so focused on the Cold War that the Black Widow War was overlooked.
Still rages to this day. To this day.
When things are wrong, I'll be by your side. Even when you want to cry.
Stop it. Welcome to the Naked Apple.
Here we come to save the day.
It's the end of the year.
It is. This is the last one of the year, isn't it? Next week is
the last recording of the year.
Next week is January.
So hairy.
January. It's called January because it's the third month in a row in which people don't shave their legs.
It starts in November.
Does. Does.
For the record, I'm going 34 years strong.
No shave November.
Not shaving my legs. I got a late start. I started in December, but
every month is January for you.
They said I couldn't do it. Yeah, here I am, setting records.
Well,
yeah,
lovely.
Lovely. Just as lovely as Redemption Tactical.
That's pretty lovely.
The loveliest, even. If you got some Christmas cash burning a hole in your pocket, check them out. They got a shirt that you'll love. I don't know which one it is, but you'll love it. Or some plate armor. Body armor, a patch, things like that. Yeah, things like that. Be tactical with your money. Link below.
Check us out. Tell them we sent you.
Yeah. This is just going to be kind of a frivolous thing because apparently the world takes a vacation from the news around Christmas time. Something about Joe Biden and Middle East and troops were hit in the drone strike, and Biden kind of went in retaliation. So now there's that.
Yeah, I mean, from what I hear, even our vitamins are slightly lacking.
Yeah. I mean, we already had the no homo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we had the Pope and no homo. That's a good one. I loved it. Yeah. Do you have any vitamins there you'd like to share?
I do have a few vitamins that we can have you come take a crack at here.
Send off with a laugh.
We can
via the vitamin B.
Welcome to your vitamin B.
Thank you. I didn't know it was mine, but thank you.
Very last vitamin B of the year.
That means it's the best one.
So let's kick it off with a happy ending. That got weird fast. Speaking of...
Don't dwell.
God agrees to spare DC from destruction if he finds just 10 staffers without gay sex tapes.
Oof.
Pastor baptizes Hulk Hogan, but oh no! Hulk's pulled off the reversal and body slammed him into the pews. Nobody saw it coming.
Give him the chair.
Give him the chair. In your Christmas news, we have wonderful, wonderful things for you this year. Soros-backed district attorney prosecutes Illinois boy for terrorizing burglars.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Yes.
Naturally.
During the proceedings, it was said that his mother yelled, "Kevin!" several times. Speaking of awesome political things, Ron Paul asks Santa Claus to end the Fed for the 47th straight year. Let's see if he delivers this time around.
This time is different.
The gift that keeps on giving, C-SPAN, has been acquired by Pornhub. Nobody knows why. And last but not least, experts attribute falling public school literacy to not enough drag queen story hours.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense because it just does. And this has been your Vitamin B.
Glorious.
Yeah, that was a little sparse. It was a little sparse today.
Sparse, sporadic, and incoherent,
Yes,
I would say.
as usual. As usual.
As usual.
Poor Illinois boy. It's just fun saying Illinois boy.
Illinois boy. Illinois boy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
it's
told
got
you.
it's got a
got a
certain
je ne sais quoi
to it. Yes.
I don't even know what that means.
Best line in the live action Beauty and the Beast. It went past most people's heads. It's unfortunate. Anyway, like I said, there's not a whole lot of stuff here, but I have two things so far.
Dos.
Dos Equis.
Dos Equis.
Let me just send them right over to you.
Yay.
Excuse me for that.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. You gotta hurry because
I'm hurrying.
You know-
There's, tippy typey.
singing is a terrible filler when you can't carry a tune in a bucket.
Can't carry a tune in a bucket.
What the hell is even that?
All right, what you got?
I have something that we learned minutes before we started recording.
Oh yes, the fun thing,
The fun thing. Mike's
thing.
favorite
my favorite thing.
creepy crawly on this earth.
The
Spiders.
yes,
Arachnids.
yeah.
But we were listening to Mike's wife tell us tales out of the Japanese internment camp in Delta, Utah. And from that, we learned that spiders were important to Uncle Sam. So
Apparently.
So the kids didn't squish the spiders. And naturally, our interest was piqued. She tried to just brush over it and carry on with polio or some dumb thing that's not necessary.
We learned today that we can't kill spiders because they're needed for Uncle Sam's war effort. In other news, wait, back up. Hold the phone. What fresh hell is this?
Run that last part by me again. According to a Life magazine article published on August 30th. Oh, actually, we should have an intro thing because, that's what we do before we do little stories and whatever.
What?
We're just trying to get out of here, folks. That's all. But anyways,
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
there you go.
There you go. That's your intro.
It's fitting for the second story that I have. Anyways, A Life magazine article published on August 30th of 1943 credited each of several government-employed arachnids with spinning between 100 and 180 feet of thread a week. Why? This thread was then used to make crosshairs in the gun sights of U.S. Army instruments of war. Huh. Things that make you go, huh. This whole time I was thinking, they just put a little scratch on the glass or something. I don't know. I never really thought of it. It's not the first time spider thread was employed for this purpose. Before World War II began, different species of garden spiders had threaded various precision optical devices throughout the United States. However, with the arrival of war, the black widow was used out of necessity to supplement a dwindling supply of material.
I kind of hate that something that I love so much is made with something that I hate so much.
But does it feel all the better to use that thing to destroy the other?
Yes. Yes, because I often use a high-powered rifle scope to murder spiders.
The holes in the wall of his house.
Holes in
Prove
the wall. There's a hole in my wall where a spider once was.
Somebody's calling police.
It's calling police.
Some sort of domestic dispute. No, it's just a spider.
Oh, this is a spider.
It's totally understandable. Yeah.
I figure the bullet hole is a little more acceptable than the burning the whole place down.
You can see the imprint of where its legs once were around the hole.
So how big of a spider was that? Big enough I needed the gun.
Big enough for the Barrett? Yes.
Yes.
Always big enough for
Always
the Barrett.
big enough for the Barrett. Because you don't want to get any closer to it than that.
I want to kill the spider in my neighbor's house behind the fridge.
From behind the fridge, yes. Precisely.
Thank you, Wilhelm. Ironically, workers at the U.S. Army Quartermaster Corps Spider Web Production Shop, yes, that was an official thing.
All right, I've heard enough. Deadly force authorized.
Burn it! Burn it all! Where thread was collected, found black widows much easier to use than the other less poisonous but faster-moving garden varieties. Yeah, this bite can make you really sick and want to die.
I see no upside to that. Hold the phone for a second here. They just said less venomous but faster moving.
Yeah, the other spiders.
The other spiders
Yeah.
are less venomous
And
and faster moving
than the black widow.
than the black widow. Why are we using the... See, the other one's faster, but if this one bites you, you'll be really, really sick.
You'll wish your finger would fall off because it's going to. The Quartermaster Corps was in charge of all aspects of thread collection, including spider. Can you imagine getting the draft for the Army, and you're told you're going to be stationed at Fort Knox, Kentucky? Why? Oh, you're going to be catching spiders.
Yeah.
For the what? For war? Yeah. Can I be on
The front line.
front line? Aren't we storming the beaches soon? I can be on the first boat.
Can I be the guy that has to go take out the artillery bunker? I'll do that all day long.
I'll be the first man
be the
on the first boat that lands in Normandy.
I will stand on the prow of the ship
I'll swim.
as it comes into
I will
the beach.
They'll never see it coming.
They'll never see it coming. There are so many ways I would rather die.
What'd you do for the war, Grandpa? I collected spiders. Oh, okay.
Honestly, that man deserves a Purple Heart and the Medal of Honor. Like, whew.
Is that like hunting snipes or something, Grandpa? What's...
You are officially handicapped.
After on-base collection, the specimens were sent to Columbus. So after they got them at Fort Knox, where high populations of black widows were encountered during training, they captured said spiders, shipped them to Columbus, so a train full of spiders heading to Ohio.
I need the sound clip. The what kind of fresh hell is this?
This is like the origin of a horror movie waiting to happen. Just a train full of spiders derails, and they're like some secret government experiment superhuman spiders. Where they were housed in glass jars, fed 2 flies each week, and began systematically producing thread. Thread production was a hands-on and time-consuming process. It was done every 2 days after the careful removal of a black widow from its jar. The spider was then gently placed upon a wire coat hanger.
Okay, hold up. Thread production was a hands-on and time-consuming. What were they doing to those poor spiders to make that a hands-on activity?
Manhandling them, apparently. The spiders then gently placed upon a wire coat hanger that was bent to form a spindle-type structure. As the spider dangled from the hanger, continually spinning its thread, the hanger was rotated to steadily collect the growing strands. Following collection, the web material was unwound. The free-floating end was covered with a piece of plasticine to assist with the unwinding process. Then, pieces of the thread were cleaned of dust and debris with a brush coated of acetone. Finally, the web segments were strung upon a diaphragm and fitted to a surveyor's transit.
So, question then, how did they ensure that it was the non-sticky thread that they were getting as opposed to the sticky pieces?
I imagine no matter what, when you put the acetone on it, it probably...
For those people that don't know, spiders actually spin 2 different kinds of thread.
At least 2.
At least 2. So when they spin a web, let's see, what is it? Is it the arm pieces? I think it's the arm pieces.
Yeah, they have web for the framework.
Yeah, they have web for the framework, and then they have web for the net.
Yes.
And the web for the framework is specifically non-sticky. It's a super high tensile strength, almost like a silk thread.
It's almost unbreakable.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you're...
It's stronger than steel.
Yeah. For at least still of the same...
Right. If
thickness.
Yes.
But yeah, it's actually super, super interesting, the whole way it comes out and whatever. But yeah, that's interesting that they...
I imagine it's because the spider doesn't have a web, so it starts creating...
So it's just continually spinning a framework.
Yes.
That's continually being stolen from it.
Yes.
And this is why black widows became poisonous and started hating people.
The great widow rebellion is upon us.
They weren't actually super aggressive until after World War II.
Everyone was so focused on the Cold War that the Black Widow War was overlooked.
Still rages to this day. To this day.
But yeah.
Nazi fags.
Wow, Joe.
They were on our side, Joe.
Somebody get him some pudding and put him back to bed.
A spider's spinnerets produce thread as thin as 1/5 the diameter of a human hair, yet it is almost unbreakable. So to give you an idea of that, a human hair is 3/1000 of an inch on average thick. So divide that by 5 and then make it stronger than steel.
15 thousandths of an inch?
No, 6 10,000ths.
6 10,000ths. Oh, yeah.
6 10,000ths of an inch.
Wow.
And it's stronger than steel. That would be 6 10,000ths of an inch.
If you can
make
steel that thin.
They've tried it, I guess.
I guess.
In fact, platinum or steel wire made of similar thickness is much less durable. Spider thread is not only strong, but also elastic and stretches tightly in the strong, straight line necessary for crosshairs. In addition to this, it is It is uniform in diameter and can withstand extreme temperatures better than other known materials.
Well, that's great to know.
Unfortunately, there is an unfortunate thing here besides, the whole spider thing. In addition to being a painstaking process for human workers, thread production of this magnitude had an even greater toll upon the spiders themselves. No. Can't imagine having silk yanked out of their butts every other day was pleasant for them. In a few months, they each produced more thread through this collection method than they would normally produce through their lives. Because of this, their usual year-long lifespan was reduced to a mere 4 months. Wow.
Jeez.
There you go. The more you know.
The more you hate everything. Oh, wait, is that not how that saying goes?
Well, in the case of Rand Paul's Festivus report, yes.
Oh, great.
Stop it. Get some help.
I have not looked through this at all. I just remembered it's a thing that he does every year, and indeed, he did it again this year. It was put out on the 22nd, I believe it was. In total, he found 900
billion with a B.
billion dollars of waste.
As in Bill, like Billy Boy, Bob,
Billy Boy Bob.
Butter, all of the fun B words.
He says our mountain of debt will continue to pile ever higher. The Congressional Budget Office predicts we will add an average of $2 trillion in debt annually for the next decade. Great. The U.S. government will add over $5 billion of debt every single day for the next 10 years. We borrow over $200 million every hour. We borrow $3 million every minute, and we borrow $60,000 every second. Gross. This year I am highlighting a whopping, this isn't the total waste.
This is just what he's highlighting.
This is him saying, this is absolute BS. Beyond the whole libertarian stance I take on the thing, this is absolute BS. This year I am highlighting a whopping $900 billion of waste, including an NIH grant to study Russian cats walking on a treadmill. Barbies used as proof of ID for receiving COVID Paycheck Protection Program funds. $6 million to promote tourism in Egypt. And $200 million to struggling artists like Post Malone, Chris Brown, and Lil Wayne. No matter how much money the government has already wasted, politicians keep demanding even more. Yeah. So, a few highlights. What the heck is the Barbie doll? The faces of Barbie's dream world played a role in the fiscal nightmare that was COVID-19 spending.
Yeah. So people literally took pictures of like Barbie and Ken dolls as their like ID for the Paycheck Protection Program funds so that they could get additional paychecks.
It's just a bit of fraud. It's fine. It's fine.
Only a little bit of fraud.
Only a little bit of a lot of fraud.
Yeah, because they were supposedly using an AI system to verify proof of identity.
Oh, so they know.
So they were able to dupe the system with Barbie pictures.
Nice. Meanwhile, I can't get past the security check because I failed to click on one of the pictures that had little corner of a bus on it. Oh, you're not a real person. You're a robot. Why? You didn't do that right. But I just okay. Oh, we spent $33.2 million on Monkey Island.
Oh, good. What were they doing on Monkey Island? I assume they were testing
monkeying around,
diseases.
of course.
Like in Outbreak? Like the movie?
What's known to South Carolina locals as Monkey Island is Dr. Fauci's 3,000 monkey colony. Of course, it's Fauci. Raised on a state-owned island, the National Institute of Health signed a $33.2 million contract with a local business to house, feed, and care for these monkeys before they're shipped to research labs around the country.
No way this goes bad. I've seen this movie.
Monkey business is big business. The federal government established the colony in the late 70s. Though the multi-million-dollar contract to care for the monkeys changed hands a few times, NIH also paid millions to a large pharmaceutical company to maintain Dr. Fauci's Monkey Island. Of course they did.
You know the saddest thing about that the contract changed hands a few times, which means party A sold it to party B, who sold it to party C, who sold it to party D. Party D is the one that actually did the work, and they're probably only charging a few $100,000. So that other $33.2 million was split among all of the other people that had their hands on the deal.
USDA spent millions of dollars. Oh, sorry. $1.7 billion to see what it's like to walk hot dogs. Not the ones you eat, but dogs that are hot. Department of Homeland Security training employees to be their authentic and best selves.
Measured their rectal temperatures.
The Homeland Security employees?
No, the sorry, walking the hot dogs. The USDA walking the hot dog.
All right, now I need you to just be your best self here. Authentic as you can.
As authentic as you can. Sorry, I got distracted
Hey, this
reading
isn't
that
democracy.
section. Like, wait. What happens in the Senate chamber stays in the Senate chamber, damn it. Until it's recorded and put out on the internet. Oh, gosh.
See, $38 million to dead people during the COVID stimulus stuff. Yep. Department of Defense, $8,000 lobster tank.
Like they put lobsters in like an Abrams?
No,
or?
it's not like Santa's total tank. No, it's a aquarium tank filled with lobsters.
Come again?
For $8,000.
Wow.
Purchased from a restaurant equipment company in Springfield, Virginia.
That sounds like the plot from a bad TV series.
Just the whole government really is the plot for a bad TV series.
That's fair.
Wow. We spent $89 million on new engines and then left them outside.
Oh, gosh.
Each engine, $1.1 million. Stored outside for 3 years.
For why?
Apparently, the code to properly store the engines was missing upon their arrival, so instead of putting the engines in a covered shed, they were left outside. We don't know how to store these things. Well, I guess just leave them outside. Why is the Army having recruiting problems?
They did the same thing with about $12.6 million worth of transmissions.
Just $12.6 million worth, though.
You know, if I had a nickel for every time I was told that this happened, I would have 2 nickels. Now, that's not a lot. But it's shameful that it happened twice.
Meanwhile, apparently military personnel are being told you have to pay for the equipment we told you to leave behind in Afghanistan. So, yeah, there's that. Part 3 of wasted military equipment.
So not only did it happen twice.
3 strikes. $68 million worth of military tank and vehicle treads. Gone.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
How many times, George?
How many times, George?
Yeah, they left the shoes for the treads outside. 117,534 shoes and tracks left outside. Well, the tanks are outside. Yes, and your car is outside, but your car uses the tires that are outside.
That is a grand total of $169 million
in just 3
worth
items
of equipment in just 3 items that were left outside and are no longer usable.
Can't even resell them. Yep. The DHS put out a graphic novel about disinformation. Glad we paid for that.
Oh, yeah. Not only did they do it once, they did it twice.
Once, twice, 3 times a lady.
It's a CZIM. Excuse me.
So the monkeys from Monkey Island, they're back.
Oh, good.
I'm guessing, I would not be surprised if some of the monkeys from Monkey Island were sent to the University of Mississippi Medical Center, where they gave the monkeys meth to see how they slept. The repercussions for having controlled substances, such as meth and all that stuff, destroys your life entirely. However, if you get a grant from the federal government, you can have as much meth as you want, as long as you give it to the monkeys. It's kind of like the whole prostitution porn thing. Prostitution's illegal unless you're filming it and someone's getting paid. Then it's not.
C-SPAN.
Yes. Correct, madam.
Correct. Hey, now. It's sir. Wait.
It is ma'am.
It's ma'am.
It is ma'am.
Oh, gosh. That's so bad.
Every year, the IRS reroutes incoming tax payments to a fund set aside for U.S. presidential campaigns. The account is funded by a $3 IRS tax return checkbox since 2008.
Hey, Trevor, I know how we're going to run for president now.
We're running for the IRS party.
We're running for the IRS party.
The account, let's see. Since 2008, no major political party's candidate for president has accepted the funds. As of November 1st, 2023, $400.6 million sat unused in the presidential election campaign fund account. Why? Every time I see that on my tax forms, would you like to donate? Why would I do that? Why would? And apparently, $400.6 million worth of people have thought, oh, yeah, I want to donate to a presidential campaign fund. Which one? Yes. Oh, the monkeys are back.
Oh, good.
Need need the bare naked ladies another postcard playing in the background.
Chimpanzees.
Two lab monkeys at the University of Minnesota faced high stakes as their access to drinking water hung in the balance, contingent upon their willingness to embrace what researchers termed gambling. The study, funded under NIH mental health $1.9 million grant, and NIH National Institute of Drug Abuse $1.8 million grant, gambled that this monkey study was a good use of taxpayer funds.
Wow.
Yeah. SBAs. Small
Business Administration.
$200 million tickets to go backstage for Post Malone and Smashing Pumpkins, Lil Wayne, Vampire Weekend, Slipknot.
Smashing Pumpkins. Even Nickelback.
Did they get their Nickelback, though? That's the...
Who knows?
Usher.
Nickelback isn't even an American band. They're from Canada.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Post Malone's from Utah.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's from Utah or he lives here?
I think he lives here.
So I know he's changing the Zaxby's all over the place. Not Zaxby's. Canes. Raising Canes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, have you seen his house? It's freaking huge.
Nice. Oh, the NIH being racist. Surprise, surprise. Monitoring black rural communities for COVID misinformation.
Oh, good.
Ah, the monkeys are back! Again?
Freaking again?
$477,000 for transgender monkey study.
Wait, what?
Maybe the monkey thinks it's not a boy. Maybe the monkey thinks it's going to throw poop at you.
It's not even to see if they think they're transgender. It's to see what happens when you inject a male with female hormones.
You don't need monkeys to do that. You can look at social media and watch all the beta soy boys be beta soy boys, and also suicide rates. But, you know, that's just me. I'm sure it's all anecdotal. The federal government accidentally paid itself $236 billion. Oops.
In improper payments. Oh, my gosh.
Oopsie poopsie. We accidentally paid too much in Medicaid, pandemic unemployment assistance, earned income tax credits. How do you pay? So if I do my income tax wrong, but I go to jail.
It's okay because it's technically on the mend.
Is it?
It is. It is technically on the mend because we only paid $236 billion this year, as opposed to last year's 247.
It's coming down. Inflation is coming down.
Inflation is coming down. It's coming down.
A flashback to gambling monkeys again. I guess it's an old thing. Yeah, that's a handful of stuff. Yeah. Gosh, dang it.
Do you feel festive now?
Oh, so festive.
So festive.
A Festivus for the rest of us, if you will.
Thanks, Satan.
It's subtle, actually.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. 2024.
Happy Hanukkah.
2024 will be better, right?
Hopefully.
So much better.
So much.
It's only a presidential campaign, and one of the presidents is not allowed to be on the Colorado ballot, so it's fine.
That's how you know it's going to be a better year, because usually during the year of the election, they actually try to do things that the people want done so that they have a better chance of, not hating the party currently in power.
Which is why there was that big red wave in the midterm election, because the Republicans did nothing.
Nothing.
And so they got nothing.
Nothing. Right.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that then. Just hang my hat on that hook.
Yep. That's the game plan. little bit shorter episode today. We're, just in the holiday spirit and doing things with our families and stuff, but we wanted to jump on and give you guys a little bit of food for thought.
Little something.
Little something.
For being you.
Yes.
You.
Our gift to you is us.
Wait. Help us. Help you.
Indeed.
Or something like that.
Something like that.
With all that.
Bye.
Oh, he's too slow.
Recording.
Button pushed.
I'll push your buttons.
All day.
Every day.
Camera is now in a different spot.
It is in a different spot.
He's going to try to beam me in the face. He's going to... No, sidewinder. No. Curveball. Oh.
Got it!
Through the goalposts, off the shoulder.
Split the uprights. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum.
And that has rolled to where I can't see it. So there's no retaliation this time around, I guess.
Good.
Unless you suddenly see a Jawa fly across the camera, you'll know why.
A porg.
You probably can't hear that.
What was that?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. Jawa. Yeah. There is a Jawa over there.
You actually were telling the truth. I do that quite a lot. Your people are always surprised.
Well, shall we be frivolous?
Let's frivel.
Frivolities.
Let
the frivolities begin.